Today is 337 days that I upload a daily lesson to support your dreams, to inspire you to be consistent in whatever you do. Today I want to speak about gain and loss, investment and expense, and success and failure. Because a lot of times people misunderstand at different stations what they truly mean. So today I want to speak and ask you a question. What do you think? It's losing a job is a good thing or a bad thing? Getting sick is a good thing or a bad thing? Getting a car accident is a good thing or a bad thing? And getting bankrupt in a business is a good thing or is a bad thing? In the past, I could make a choice very, very fast and say, this of course is bad. How could it be a good thing to lose a job? How could it be a good thing to get sick or get a car accident? And how could it be a good thing to get bankrupt? But after a lot of education and spending a lot of time with the business owners, I realized that all those bad things that most people see as bad things is not that bad as I thought. And the answer is not bad or good. The answer is it depends. So today I want to speak about why it depends, not why it's good or bad, but it depends. Because when I think about, let's go for all those different examples. Let's say that you got bankrupt. Now, that bankrupt, most time people start saying that, okay, I lost time, I lost money, I lost credibility. And everyone is thinking about all the things that they lost. And because they think about all the things that they lost, they feel frustrated, desperate, and they don't want to start anything similar because they think about that if they lost this time, most likely they will lose in the future as well. And they do not want to experience the same thing. So, but when you change your mindset and reframe everything, so that means that is where ordinary people separates from extraordinary people. Because ordinary people take all the losses and they bring those losses to the future, so they don't want to take any similar approaches. But if you extraordinary person, now what you do differently than ordinary people, you think about all those losses, put those losses in a bag and throw in the water with the rock on the top, because you don't need those losses. What you do differently, you are thinking, okay, what kind of gains I got? So that means that when you bankrupt, most likely you experience the business and you know exactly what did you do. Of course, if you reflect, you're able to gain wisdom. And next time when you move to a business, you will have much more wisdom. So you don't start from zero. You start from much higher level because you already build the experience to build a business. So a lot of times people do not understand how much experience they build in the business. And when you have much more experience, next time you'll much more high chance to succeed. Because a lot of times people see a student investment in their study. So that means people spend thousands, $10,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they educate themselves for 5, 6, even more years. And they see that money most time as investment. But when they invest money in business and it fails, they see that money as expense. But I truly believe that money is not expense. This is an investment in your education. It's street education. And you gain much more wisdom. I truly believe if you build a business for 6 months and you fail and you go bankrupt, in those 6 months you'll learn much more than in 6 years of education and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in education. Now let's look into other example. Let's say that you got car accident. Now, and if it's that your fault, it might be that you are driving recklessly, and it might be that it saves you life, because if you could keep driving like this recklessly, you could get killed in the future. Because I know a few of my friends who used to drive super recklessly, and they got in a small accident, and after that they start driving very nicely. It might be, of course, you will never know, but it might be that it saved their life, because now they will drive much better. Now, getting sick. Of course, people think, okay, getting sick is a terrible thing. But imagine you got sick because of your lifestyle. So now because you know that your lifestyle led to sickness, you're able to change your whole lifestyle. You become much more health conscious. And because you change totally your lifestyle, you become a healthy, fit person. And it might be that it saved your life, because sometimes if you healed after sickness, you have a second chance, because some people do not have the chance. So you're supposed to be very grateful that you got sick and healed, and you have second chance to live a better, much more healthy life. Now let's look into the last example, getting fired. If you got fired, most likely that you got fired because you do not perform. And might be that you do not perform because you hate your job and you work on your weakness. That means that you might need to work on other company where you could love what you do and you could work on your strengths. I love that analogy that if you try to make fish climb the tree, it will never climb, and all life they will feel it's stupid. But if you give that fish and put that fish in the water, it will be the fastest fish in the water. So that means we need to understand that sometimes people do not fit companies and people do not fit positions. So that means you need to change something. It might be that you need to be freelancer. Maybe you want to be a self-employed. Maybe you want to be a business owner. Maybe you want to be artist. There's so many different things that you might be good at, but if you do not change that and you work on your weaknesses, you will never experience. So that means all the things that it seems that is bad at the moment could be good or great if you use that for your own benefit. I hope you'll choose to win, and see you tomorrow.